Do you work out first thing in the morning and are wondering if you should eat food before or after your workout? Watch this.
Our first caller is KC from Washington.
KC, what's happening, man? How can we help you? And also, what is that boxing picture in the back there? We were looking at that, trying to figure out who that was. Is that a boxing picture behind you on the wall?
Boxing picture? This one right here?
Yeah, what is that?
That's Iron Man. It is a Lego mural made up of almost 7,000 one-piece little studs.
We couldn't have been more off.
Yeah.
That my daughter helped me put together.
The helmet might have gave it away, but
yeah, wow.
That's a Lego mural?
Yeah, it's a Lego mural. It's almost 7,000 pieces, and it's all little one-piece studs.
Wow.
So,
you're my kind of nerd.
Well, that's awesome. All right, cool. So how can we help you out, man?
Well, I'm a father of 4, and we've got a busy schedule. This year, I'm responsible for dropping off our girls at school in the morning, picking them up in the afternoon. So my workout times are tend to be very early. For a really long time, I've gotten up between 4:30 and 5, and then I'm at the gym about within a half hour later. But because I'm working out so early in the morning, I rarely ever get to eat anything beforehand. And so I'm technically working out fasted. I'll definitely drink water beforehand to make sure I'm hydrated. I might have some coffee or some pre-workout. And what I'm wondering is like, with consistency being one of the biggest components, y'all talked before about how people who work out in the morning were your most consistent clients and people that you worked with in the gym. And I've definitely seen that myself, where I've tried working out in the afternoon before or in the evenings, and my consistency just tanks. And so like the morning, as far as consistency goes, is the best time for me. But what I'm wondering is there a downside to prolonged periods of resistance training while fasted?
Yeah, not in your case. No. If
Sal trains every day.
Yeah, if you were to do like, if you didn't eat, if you went to bed and then you didn't work out till 2 p.m. and you waited till after your workout at 2 p.m. to eat, and there were lots of other factors contributing to this, like your high stress, not getting good sleep, not getting enough nutrients, then yeah, there might be a detrimental effect. But in your case, no, you're totally fine. You feel good. You feel healthy. I think sometimes people can feel a little low blood sugar, but that's super rare. If you're healthy, if you feel fine, you're good. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I'm assuming you eat after your workout. I'm assuming that's when you have your first meal.
Yeah. So usually, when I get home, I'm having breakfast. I started using, I think, Adam's hack of what he shared of scrambling. I scramble up some eggs and then I grab some leftover meat from the night before, whether that's chicken or hamburger, or, ground beef or whatever, and just kind of mixing that in and making myself a little scramble. And that's, how I start my meals for the day. Really strong off with that protein, and that seems to help. So like I don't feel drained or fatigued by the end of the day. The workouts in the morning, like as long as I'm awake by the time I get to the gym, I don't really feel like I'm hindered or that there's like a huge variation in strength. Like sometimes on the weekends I'll work out in the afternoon instead, and I definitely I can sense a bit of the difference from working out at like 1 p.m. versus 5:30 in the morning, just in terms of like energy level and a bit more of that mind-body connection. But it's not drastic.
No, you're doing great, man. Yeah. I mean, and you found a way to be consistent. So yeah, you might get like a 5% improvement in workout performance in the afternoon. Studies will kind of show this. But who cares, because you're missing workouts. Like I work out, I know I'm stronger at noon, okay, than I work out when you work out, 5:30, 6 a.m. But 5:30, 6 a.m. is the only way I can be consistent. I have 3 kids. I got 1 on the way. So like you, I'm going to have 4. There's no way I can work out in the afternoon or evening. It just doesn't work that way. So you're totally fine. And you go to bed and then you wake up and work out. You're running off the fuel that you ate the day before.
That's the point I was going to make, was that, and even if you felt like you wanted to see if you can improve that performance and still not eat anything, you could just load up higher calorie at nighttime, because you're really not burning very much. I mean, once you kind of stop for the evening, you have dinner. I imagine most people's nights are pretty sedentary, watching TV, hanging out with the kids and the wife or whatever, and then you go to bed. So, and then when we're sleeping, we're burning very minimal calories all night. So you wake up and what's fueling that workout is dinner from the previous night. And so if you could play with what types of dinners you eat and how that impacts the next day, because that might make a difference. Like, let's say you typically lean towards a high protein, low carbohydrate dinner, because let's just say that that's what you've done forever. Maybe switch it and give yourself a higher carbohydrate dinner, and then see how performance is in the morning, and kind of play with that a little bit if you want to see if you can get more performance out. But I think what you're doing is fine. I mean, we're really splitting hairs talking about all these other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only detriment, I mean, for me personally, that I used to fast in the morning consistently for a couple years. And I wasn't eating breakfast, though, which you're eating breakfast, which is already something that, this probably doesn't apply, specifically to that, because you're, adequately fueling yourself. But for me, it was like consistently over the years, it ended up actually affecting my metabolism, just because that was something that my body started to shift in that direction. So, but that's the only kind of caveat I have.
Yeah, no, you're good, man.
Yeah.
You're doing great. I have a question for you. How the hell do you look so relaxed with 4 kids, calm? I'm freaking out over here, man.
Practice, and they all went back to school today. So I feel great.
Okay, good.
Well, refreshed.
There it is. All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in.
Awesome. Appreciate y'all. Thanks so much.
All
Take
right.
care.
Yeah, I guess the only time that this would be an issue would be a endurance athlete. So if somebody's like at 5:30 in the morning and they're going like hard and long, in those cases, I would typically recommend some type of a carbohydrate drink during the session. But you're not going to run into that with a strength training workout.
No, so long as he's in I mean, it can make a difference too if you're dieting. Like, so if you've
already
been,
super low calorie.
yeah. So if you're already been super low calorie for an extended period of time because you're trying to lean out or something, and then you also don't have breakfast before you work out, like you'll probably notice a difference. I mean, I remember that with dieting for shows, like those workouts were just brutal
Yeah,
sometimes.
but that was really, you were really
Drudgery.
dieting.
Yeah. I had to be dieting for like one day of low calorie is not going to do that to you. But if you are in a calorie deficit for consistent weeks, and then you're also not fueling before your workout,
Totally.
you may definitely feel a difference. But I think what he's got going on is perfect.